It's been a few weeks, but we're back. We got a brand new bottle. I'm Adam.
I'm Alden.
And this is Whiskey Thoughts and Tater Tots. I see what you did there.
I had to jump in there.
I see that. He's always got to jump in. Because, I'm normally cutting him off, but...
Sometimes. Yes. Put a little pause in there. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so we have this new bottle from Jeffersons. It's their rye, and it's finished in Cognac Cask, which is very interesting because the only other thing that I can think of that was in a Cognac Cask finish off the top of my head was the Blood Oath Pack 6.
Yep. Yeah, which we have up here, and that was phenomenal.
So I'm very interested to see. Well, I've already had it because you can see there's a little bit, but Alden hasn't.
A little bit. Give a little background on Jefferson. So everyone knows them for their Ocean Voyage series. They were actually founded in 1997, and if you go on their website and do some research on them, really they're all about experimentation and just trying all sorts of funky stuff. Honestly, it'd be really cool to see what crazy stuff they have, like the distillery releases, because I know like Maker's Mark, Buffalo Trace, like they'll put out some interesting stuff, but honestly, I would love to see what experimental Jefferson stuff they have. But yeah, so their first rye in how many years?
13 years.
13 years.
And to come out with a rye that long and then not even do like a straight rye, to do it in a Cognac cask. That just shows you the whole
jumping right in.
It just shows you the whole experimental process that's behind Jefferson's like model and how they do stuff. I mean, there's everything that they do is very different other than like their regular go-to bourbon that you can find on the shelf for like $40. But everything else, I mean, they've gone like Alden said, from like the Ocean Voyage series. They do stuff in wine barrels. They're all over the board.
Ooh, this knows.
I've had it before, so I'm interested to see what his thoughts are.
Yeah, so I mean, so rye, like,
I love the spice on a rye.
Yeah, you're looking just like a softer mouthfeel versus and nose versus like a bourbon, just a little bit smoother. It's gonna obviously rye, but yeah, that spice is on it, like the white pepper I usually get on a rye, but this, like, they explain it as like the perfect marriage between a rye and a cognac, and like really just right off the nose, like a very...
Is it cognac or cognac? I said cognac. You just said cognac.
I feel like it's cognac. That's the classier term.
I feel like it's that too.
It's definitely the classier term.
Not cognac.
Very like a deep... I mean, you're getting the fact that cognac... I'm going to call it that now.
That's what it's called. Cognac.
How would you describe...
It's not like a Klondike bar.
It's almost like a licorice. Yeah. Is that what you get off of it?
Licorice?
Yeah.
Not like a black licorice, but like...
Is there a different type of licorice?
Yeah. Black licorice between regular. But, I mean, I guess it could be a very subtle black licorice.
But it's just
black licorice you normally get like in Sambuca. Like, I don't get that much black licorice.
I get something in there. I don't know. I'm not a fan of black licorice, so like we'll see how that comes out. But it's just incredibly just smooth on the nose. It doesn't burn at all.
Doesn't burn going down either. This made a killer Manhattan, by the way. If you want to do your high-end Manhattans.
I like to usually pull out like some sort of sweetness or something, yeah, but not even straw.
I don't think that you're gonna get the sweetness on the nose. I get the sweetness more on the finish, and I think that's because of the cognac.
Slight spice, but I don't know. Just
you get spice, obviously first and forward, and it goes down super easy, and you get a little bit of sweetness at the end. But I think it's a solid rye. It's just one of those bottles that's unique too. It definitely goes in the unique category.
I mean, it first and foremost definitely tastes like a rye. Incredibly smooth.
And it's good.
I would.
And for $60.
Yeah.
This is MSRP. If you go on their website, it says $70, but here in New York, I got it for $59 because that's what it's going for here. So.
Honestly, I could see this sitting at $80 and still being worth it.
Well, that's what a lot of their Ocean Voyage ones go for.
So my favorite is still the Willet Rye. Actually, no, the Whistle Pig 12. Never mind. But
that might change.
But it definitely competes. Like, it's just a well-crafted, very refined rye, and it really is incredible. It was funny is like, so I see Jefferson's, it comes up on the bourbon pages, comes up everywhere a lot, like the Ocean Voyage, and people are like, oh, looking for it, like that sort of thing. I've never really paid it any attention because like when I see a brand that I don't really like know too much about, not even like a hype bottle, but like something that's like talked about, like the profile, like taste profiles and whatnot. I mean, obviously I haven't bought like even a single one, but this changes my mind. I'd love to taste the Ocean Voyages.
I think you might be a little disappointed
with the Ocean Voyage. I mean,
it's good, but I don't think it's $80 good. That's just my personal opinion. This is worth the $60, and I love the bottle too. I mean, I feel like the green with the green stamp on that they stole from Maker's Mark. It's a dig. I love the bottle design. The
black licorice does come through, which is why like I'm a little turned off. So like I wouldn't buy it for the mere fact that I
but you don't get a lot. It's very subtle.
It is very subtle. But
it's there. Still, like, I do get it.
It's like almost upsetting my stomach just a little bit.
Well, then make a Manhattan out of it.
Like you said, this probably would have been. I was gonna say probably phenomenal.
Great Manhattan.
But just incredibly smooth. Yeah. If you use high quality ingredients, any sort of mixed drink, phenomenal is gonna be with this. What else do you get on it? It does have a sweetness. I mean, you're getting that spice like a very typical rye profile off it. You're getting that spice. It is definitely sweeter on the taste.
Yes.
What would you get? Like, how would you describe it? Almost like it's a honey. I put it as.
I wanted to say honey, but it's I don't know. When I think of honey, like I normally think of like a Japanese whiskey, but it's not as sweet as like that profile. I mean, it's good. I really feel like that's the cognac playing into character, because you normally don't get that sweetness honey profile that you normally like on a Willet or the Whistle Pig. It's not there. I do believe that's because of the cognac.
You know what's interesting is, okay, so it's got a very deep flavor, and that like that profile is coming more from the cognac, and then it tastes like a little like, you know, like when you taste a bourbon that's been like properly aged versus like a lot of like local distilleries, like very small local distilleries, like they'll bottle something before it's done, or like any bourbon that's bottled like before it's really ready. It's got like a shallowness, but it's not like that. It's more so, I think it's just so smooth that it comes out like it's a little tasteless. But again, that cognac is just pumping that flavor right back in. But it definitely does taste. It's coming off like it is aged. Do you know how long it's aged?
No, they didn't put that on there. I was just gonna say.
Oh, no age statement.
I really wish I knew what the age statement was, but they didn't classify it.
What would you guess?
I would assume somewhere around like 5.
I was gonna say 4 to 6, something like that, because it doesn't. It's not that
old, but it's not that young either.
Yeah,
could be a blend for all we know too.
Yeah, of everything, just enough to make it palatable. But then, honestly, what would be funny is if it tasted like crap and then they put in the cognac.
That could have been it too. I mean, when you're coming out with a rye for the first time in 13 years, I mean, I feel like you got to do yourself a favor and at least put out a good product out there. So it very well could have been where they tried it and were like, I don't think we can put that out there. Let's experiment. And, you know, not too many bourbons use cognac casks. I mean, you think of Scotch, and majority of them use like sherry.
Yeah.
But like cognac, I feel like it doesn't get used as much as I think it should, because I love this bottle. I loved the Blood Oath. I mean, I don't really know any other cognac.
What's up with the
finished bottles?
That
was a sherry.
Oh.
A lot of it is sherry or wine casks.
Yeah, a lot of port, but
yeah, I mean it's solid for $60 if you can find it. Even $70, the MSRP on it. I mean, I wouldn't pay no more than $70, but no. If you're a rye person, it's definitely a bottle to hunt for.
I say if you're a rye person and you like licorice, I'd pay even $80 on this, because it's gonna check all the boxes for you. But
it's solid.
I think that about wraps it up.
I think it does too.
I'm Alden.
I'm Adam.
This has been Tater Tots and Whiskey Thoughts and Tater Tots.
Scott, we've been doing this show for so long. This is like episode I don't even know, and he's just said it wrong. Need I say more? Can I get a new partner?
I'm not even drunk.
Can I have? You over there. Yes, you're next.
He's pointing
Thank
at the
you.
wall.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. That's a fun one.